Right guys, we are going to start this video here. Wood on Diana. Okay, Metro's there, I was just looking at it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an update on Las Vegas and beer garden. Don't forget, it's probably, is it about a month ago since we did this? Since we broke the news? What has been happening since? We'll find out in a minute with David. Also in this video, we're going to get some food, and then we're going to go for a sauna. We're going to take you to a sauna place that not many people know of. I wasn't going to tell you this place because it's my little secret go-to. Me and Dan go off for a cold pool, an ice cold pool and a sauna, but that'll be coming up towards the end of the video. But first of all, let's go inside. David has just gone in and we're going to get an update what is happening with Las Vegas. Let's go. Whoa. Wow. It's like a football pitch.
Beach volleyball. Put a net up of a beach volleyball. Why not?
Right, so the space has been cleared out. There was a load of tiles on the floor here, yeah?
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff you can't see because obviously it's all the footing and all the concrete, the rebarbing and concrete pillars. So between each of these 5-meter deep structural beams that have gone down, equally they've got tracks of sort of around 16-18 inch wide blocks of concrete and then the rebarb in it.
So that's all gone down?
So that's all gone underneath.
Now, I presume this here, where you've put the concrete down here on the edge, I'm presuming this will be sort of the building be up to this point here and that's a walkway around it? Yeah,
so that's been the debate with City Hall, which is the only major dependent which we've not been able to obviously control, because the building regs have changed a lot and they change even more next year, where they are becoming more westernised for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, we need it because we've all been in some shocking buildings. But the debate's been that they want a 2-meter expansion around for means of escape, but then they want 3 exit points, whereas we originally in the design that was approved had an exit point there and obviously the front extra there. The challenge I've got on this side is they want the 2-meter means of escape channel to go down between the wall and the back of the bars. Doesn't make logical sense because you're going out to the soy, which is the hotel. So that's why we've held off. We were completely going to screed this on Sunday just gone, but we held off. So I'm meeting with them tomorrow.
So the city or building regulators are coming tomorrow?
Yeah, but they've just got to apply a bit of legal logic to it from a building construction point of view, is that why put a channel down here when you're straight out onto the soy? That's your exit point there, which you've got a 2.5 metre gap and then the front entrance. So I've held off. I've said, hang on, because I lose, probably, well, you think 2 metres by 17.
Yeah, it's quite a bit, yeah.
It's 30, 40 odd square metres of actual retail space.
Let's just go over here in the shade. It's a bit hot here. Whoo, it's baking.
I know. It's like an oven, Dan.
I'm sweating.
It's like an oven, isn't it? Feels like I'm in July.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Woo.
So all the plumbing, all the major work that you need,
can see down here all this
so everything underneath you see and around the perimeter of all the cement around that's obviously all the water piping, all the toilet piping. You can see the up pipes here. All for the toilets are all in, both the women's side and the men's side. You got all the urinals and stuff on the back, and then this area at the back was going to be, because this is the back wall for the stage. And then this was going to be storage for all the functional stuff we're going to do, like inflatable dartboard things and all the sort of toys we're going to have. But yeah, it's just. You know what? I actually don't mind. It took a bit of a breather because all this metal shit, all this was going to go down. This is the rebar ready for the screed that we're going to do all the cement, because everything's off site. It's all there waiting.
Will it be a tile floor or is it just a screen?
No, I'm going to epoxy the floor with some stickers. Stencil type of thing, bit of directional signage on the floor, because it's got to be hard wearing. Tiles are great, but once you crack and you replace it with a new one, the rest of it looks old. Again, it's just one of those things.
No, yesterday you sent me a video of like some
the lighting design,
lighting design. And what I'll do is I'll put that video over now. It's not the final thing, but you'll get the idea of what it's going to be like inside. Now, so this is going to be the stage here.
So the stage set there, but then it protrudes out. So this is the main bit where the band, the drummer will be about 5.5 metres high, so everyone's got a view. And then the stage is 1.5, sort of here, and then it comes out. The stage actually comes out to about here, about another metre, and then it extends each side. It's about 7.6 metres wide at the front. just for the shows and things that we want to do in the future. So it looks small now while we sat there. Once you build it, it should look quite strong.
Now, are we going to be on time? Did you say?
I've said to them,
15th of January.
I wish. Like with all Thai construction, if you don't put a line in the sand, no one works to a date. So the flow over will be the end of January, I think now.
Yeah,
that's giving because the big learning for anyone building something, and I've learned a little bit as well. I'm aware of it, obviously in the Middle East, but you have to get a construction permit before you even start.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's a 45-day process normally with City Hall.
Yeah.
We've done I would call an escalated. Paid the premium VIP thing and made it a 14-day process, because technically once you start breaking ground or doing anything above ground, if you haven't got the correct construction permits, you face a year in jail. Because ultimately you don't know what's underneath.
This has happened, hasn't it, here before?
It's happened before, yeah. So again, it's a dialogue with City Hall, and the fees, look, I share all that stuff. I mean, to get everything permitted, it's 300,000 baht. That's just to get the architectural drawings or the detailed drawings. Everything aligns with my architect to ensure that when they come and do their photos and picture, that if there's a fire or a problem later on, it matches. And that's the problem with construction I see here, is too many people have gone off plan and done something of their own, and then you have a SATA hit issue which causes a problem for everyone, and people unfortunately lose their lives. So we don't want that, obviously. We want to build it properly and be here to have a permit for 12 years minimum.
So we are looking at now the end of January. But I tell you what though, David, normally with these constructions like this, they go up very fast.
Yeah.
Once they've got it's always the bottom, the ground level that takes the time, and then it just goes up fast.
We put 3 weeks in, so we technically started sort of 5th or 6th of last month, but we put 3 weeks in for preparation, so almost the scrabbling and everything else to get the raw material out, and then another 2 weeks to put all the foundations in, because I wanted the concrete to allow to set. Most people just whack it in and allow it to set, and of course concrete, as we all know, doesn't set like that, even in this heat. We've done, because we've gone 5 meters down, we wanted to do it in levels. So we've had normally 9 or 12 guys here with a bit of heavy plant material, but we've just said make that the best, because if the foundation's right, it's like the iceberg scenario, isn't it? Everything's under the water, the big stuff. A little bit at the top.
So this is you've gone down quite far here. I did see you piling it. Were you piling it?
Yes, the piling in. Yeah. Just because at the end of the day it's 9 meters high, and again the regulations are very, very clear. Anything over 9 meters, you have to go for a different type of permit. Could have been 6 months for approval. It's really rigorous, but you do all that groundwork.
This is something you've learned in doing this.
Yeah, but I learned before. So the architects educate me, but I've got a bit of background, obviously, in the Middle East and in the UK.
To be fair, 300,000 for an architect in City Hall, that'd be far more in the UK.
Well, yes, definitely, and obviously it gives me long-term protection from anyone coming in going, building control saying you've got to move this, you've got to move that. And it's like, no, because we've got the paper that does it. And that's where some people, they do it the other way around. They take the risk, but then they have a longer delivery date. I'd rather get the groundwork right. But I put the date in with the 15th for all the furniture, as you've seen the pictures, all of the brackets for the ceiling, all the panels, they're all sitting at the factory. So it's a case of Meccano style. That's exactly using the sort of prefab process to do it.
So also my final question on this one, how's it going for, are the bars filled up? So
four legally signed a contract. Again, I think I said before, we've got dialogue, but the amount of meetings I've had and conversations with the agent, it's a lot of diatribe. It sounds really harsh me saying this, but there's a lot of people who go, 85 grand basic rent, but don't read the rest of it. And then you have to educate, and I'm fine with that, but it's like, but I still don't understand it. It's an all-inclusive.
You've got everything inclusive. You've even got aircon in here as well.
Everything. We've got 800,000 BTU in terms of capacity coming in, 8 massive 100,000 BTU kits. It will feel like a fridge in here again, because that's the number one thing. Got to make it a 12-month place, not a 6-month, high season only. It's got to feel fresh. It's got to have that sort of like, you are in a 7-Eleven type of thing. A bit like Vegas, really, a bit like the Go-Go. You feel like you're refrigerated and your body climatized, then you're okay. You know what I mean? You're too hot, you don't actually drink as much alcohol. You want water. That's pretty common knowledge. To get a fair balance. So
anyway, it's looking good. It's looking. There's some work going on. It has been going on.
It starts properly again tomorrow, because all the detailed drawings, we've just been on the group now, just sending them all through, and they've just done all the ceiling grids, detailed drawings as well, which is the technical ones that they approve. So they're sending us drawings before they actually get approved by the chief engineer, but they're on good authority. So it's an in-progress thing. Otherwise, I could have sat for 45 days, technically paying rent. for nothing. But a bit like Las Vegas, when I think your second visit in Vegas, you look at it and you just go, how's that going to be ready in a month? But it did, and it can do.
I'm looking at that like with zombies now, and I'll go to show you zombies after this video, because you're going to look and go, it's not going to be open by Friday. It's true, it's not going to be open this Friday. That was, I like to, like you say, you like to set some dates, so, because they'll just keep building and building and building without any dates though. So I just said to the architect, I'm aiming for the 15th, I'm advertising it, we're going to have to be open by, and they're like, oh, so it speeds them up.
It's normal construction matter. If you don't set a line, and especially with the way that construction works here, and it's been so hot, you know, difficult to get people in, I mean, to work. But yeah, you have to set a date, otherwise you know, I used to do it. I was obviously on the non-client side, we were delivering offices fit outs, and the client were like, you know, McDermott was a big one of ours, and they always had to do lots of floors in Doha Tower, and long story short, they would give us a date like 1st of August, but really they don't move into the 1st September, because you've got the unknowns. Exactly. You've got the you know, dependents that you can't control, and not everyone's working to your mantra anyway. They've got other stuff on their desk, so it's just the way it works. But you know, 2-week delay, I'm not, you know, that's about right. We're still in high season, but it gives time to people to bed in. But in terms of the bars, I'm not taking any more meetings until we actually get the structure up. Because like we all know, once they're in, like Mist Night and the other places, once they're up and people see it, they go, ah, you know what I mean? They get the detail. But
I think you've got an advantage with this one, because it's closed in, and you've got aircon, you've got one stage, one sound system, the lighting. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it should be all right. It should be a good addition to.
I'm going to finish on this one, but what do you do, mate? This is a massive job. When I first come see this, and I walked away after, I thought I was bad, but crikey, this is huge.
Yeah, this is a 20 million, this one.
This is a massive job.
Yeah, it's not a cheap one. It's not a cheap one.
Right, guys. David, thank you. We'll be back around about the beginning of January. We should start seeing some go up by then.
Yeah. Once the bars are in, I think we'll talk and then come and have a look around. You get a real good look of everything, because the multiple disciplines will be doing everything they need to do in the build.
Thank you very much, David.
Always a pleasure. Dan.
Las Vegas Beer Garden here on Soy Diana. On to the next place. Right, guys, just a very quick update here at Zombies. I did say we were pushing for the 15th. Afraid it's not going to be ready by then. It's going to be near enough ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it until the week after. I've had to delay stools coming in, refrigeration. We delayed them a few days. There's no massive rush for us. So I'm probably thinking it's going to be open about Tuesday or Wednesday next week, maybe Thursday. But there'll be a grand opening on Friday, the 22nd, hopefully. No, it should be done by then. I've just given myself an extra week just so we can get those bits right. No point in rushing it. But you can see the table services have gone in now. The sound system has gone in. The CCTV has gone in. The bar is in. So everything, it looks worse than it is, because it's just full of rubbish in here. So they'll take them half a day to clear all that out. And then we have to get our people in to come and clean it all down, make it nice and shiny. The only one thing we've got to do now is the signage, the neon that goes everywhere. That'll probably be going in on about Monday, because the sign people, until the TVs are on the wall, which they're doing now, they need to get the measurements right. So that hopefully they'll be out today. One of the issues with something like this is licensing. Now the bar has to be complete. I've said this before, completed at least 95% done, because you've got to take pictures, you've got to send it to them. And as David was saying earlier on, the building regulations and everything is completely different now. I mean, all the bars have to have fire alarms, and before it was just fire extinguishers, but now it's fire alarms. They have to be connected up, so you know, if the power goes out, these are illuminated, so they have to have their own battery packs. It's all quite expensive, but a lot of health and safety regulations, which, come on, most of these we all agree with anyway. Right, this video is going on a bit longer because Davey kept talking, but now we're going to get some food and then we're going to go to the sauna. Right guys, we had absolutely no time because we were busy today to go and seek out a new restaurant. So what I did is I came here to my, I'm gonna have to say it's favourite restaurant at the moment, because I think I've been to this restaurant, oh no, I definitely have eaten at this restaurant more times this year than any other restaurants. But I just love this, I never thought I'd like this, but this noodle. I always go for the first one on the menu, it's the most expensive. Cob and carb. Some nice noodles. It's a lot of carbs I was here. But anyway, I've eaten at this restaurant more than anywhere else this year. So we didn't have time. We're going to definitely go for the sauna shortly. Well, it's a couple hours away, but we've got to do some other things before that. Anyway, this is ramen, Oswara on Beach Road, bottom of Pattaya Klang. My favourite place of the year. Mari Jari. Right guys, this is where I come for a steam room, sauna, cold pool, hot pool, swimming pool. This is where I come. Well, I've come here a couple of times, that's it. But it's off Jomtien Second Road. I'll leave a link in the description anyway, that's the best way. Yep. This one is a bit more sort of expensive. I think it's probably one of the most expensive ones out of them all. But it is better and it's quite chilled out and I like that. It's not too posy in here. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a bit of a montage of the place. Dan's going to try and sneak some footage in here, which you can't really do because when there's people about. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.